Glass City Pickers here.
Hey everyone, it's Chris and Tanya, Glass City Pickers. We are welcoming Buffalo Picker with us tonight, and we're glad everyone's here to see us and hang out with us for the evening for a little while. Buffalo Picker.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Buffalo Picker. I am a part-time reseller. I work full-time for the federal government, and I am retired military. And I'm glad to be here tonight with the Glass City Pickers.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Tonight, we just going to get on a whole lot of different topics about this reselling business, about the week in tail, about what we're going to do through the week, and different things to hopefully enlighten people and get them to wanting to do this resale business.
Right.
Before we start out, though, I do want to give a shout out to Callie Picker, who's going to be having surgery. I just want him to know that we're thinking about him and hoping and praying that everything goes well.
God bless Callie.
All right, Callie, get well, man. Get well soon.
Yes, sir.
So, Buffalo Picker.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We wanted to ask you a few questions. So, how did you get started in the business?
Well, I can say that once I finished my degree, I was just basically looking for something better to do. I was listening to Steve Harvey one day, and he was saying that you got to have, if you want to, get where the rich people are, you got to have several streams of income. So I was like, I'm already established in my federal job. I had just got a promotion while I was in college, trying to finish up my 4-year degree. So once I got that promotion, I was like, what else can I do, with this degree? So I was on YouTube just looking at, how they have these different things like, you can do this to make quick money. You can do this and make quick money. I ran across a video of a reseller named RESALE. And I watched his videos for a while. And then I talked to one of my military buddies as well that was retired military and was doing this resale game. And he pretty much enlightened me on the information I was getting off of RESALE was basically the same information he was telling me as well. So once I sat on the fence for about 6 months, I decided, let me give it a shot. So I started out with eBay. I jumped right in, got an eBay store, and I did eBay for about 3.5 months. And then from there, I crossed over to Amazon, and I never looked back.
Man.
Good job.
Well, for the people that don't know, Buffalo Picker, we can look at him and say the Glass City Pickers would be the Glass City Pickers if it wasn't for Buffalo Picker. So as we sit here today, thank you, Buffalo Picker.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I need to tell you.
Yep. Money out there it's enough money out here for everybody. So I don't try to hold back no information. If you want to learn the business, I'll tell you. Whatever you do with it, that's on you.
That's on you. And what you have taught us has been so enlightening in this game. And it really has been enrichment, food for thought. Every time you give us a jewel and a seed, it plants. And when we get out here scanning and doing what we do in this resale business, that people that don't understand scanning is going out scanning for products with your phone.
Right.
And it's like I said before, it's an adrenaline rush. It's like I sit at home. I'm the stay-at-home guy for this business because my wife is a full-time government worker as well. So when I'm staying at home with this business, I'm online doing things to try to better this business. And I'm also can't wait till she get home so we can get out here in these stores to try to better ourselves.
Yeah, that's the for me, that's the adrenaline rush right there is when you can get out in these stores and you can find items that you're gonna be able to flip for 3 to 4 times the money that you paid for it. Okay. To me, that's the motivation factor right there. And then being capable of having platforms where you can take this stuff and sell it. So, just before this show, I was in the garage finishing up my Amazon shipment for tomorrow. So I'm out there counting the money already. Like, okay, well, this is how much I'm gonna make once this stuff sells. So, I mean, it's definitely an adrenaline rush. That's why I always say to anybody, this ain't work, man. This is not work. You know.
No.
Oh, all in one package. That's my wife.
Bridget, I know who that is.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. You know, give my wife a shout out.
I'm trying. I can only type so fast.
She got a few right there right now.
I'm trying.
So
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I want to just thank everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. Any questions you have, just go ahead and ask. But I do want to go back to talk about the storage unit finds that we've storage unit finds and pallets this weekend that we want to do.
So what's your plans for this weekend or this week?
Yeah, so basically my week actually started yesterday. One of my connections gave me a call early yesterday morning, was saying that, hey, I got some items. Are you interested in it? And you know, of course, I'm always going to say I'm interested because I want to see what you got.
Yes, sir.
So make a long story short about that, it was that he gave me some items, which I'm going to, you know, reveal a couple of the items for this show, and then I'm going to show the rest of them for my show on Friday. But so later this week, well, tomorrow I'm going to a liquidation. This place where I go, they have new items. 98% of their stuff is new. Okay. So I go there on Wednesday to kind of do like a pregame show. I look around, see what they have, kind of price it to see, you know, what the maximum I would have to pay for this and still make a good profit. Yeah. And then on Thursday, I go back to that particular liquidations where they actually do the auction for those pallets. So that's one of my plans for this week. And then I'm going to get out to the garage and estate sale this week and make some videos on, you know, my venture out there. So that's basically what I have. Oh, and of course, do catch up on some listings in my garage, because I got a couple of death piles out there.
Yeah, I bet you do. But hey, that's a good thing to have.
We did finally get rid of our death pile.
We did get rid of the death pile. She's right about that.
So back to the storage units. We had talked about the other day when we were live on your show. We talked about the storage unit that we went to on Saturday. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And we had showed you guys a few things that we got. There was like we said, a few boxes in it, and we got some a few nice other little things that I want to show you here in just a minute.
We don't show.
But let me ask you this. Would you rather go to a pallet place to get pallets, or would you rather go online to a wholesale distributor? And what's the better one for you? What do you feel?
Oh, so to me, it's an advantage for you to actually see the stuff before you buy it. Right. So of course, I would rather go to the liquidation place in person to get a physical touch and see on that pallet, vice, you know, doing that business online where you really don't know what you're getting until it get to your house. Right. Or, you know, some of these companies out here, they will provide you a manifest, but still you really don't know, you know, how the condition of that package until it get to your house. So for me, I prefer to go in person to the liquidation or wholesale place to get eyes on, you know, the merchandise before I make the purchase.
So basically pallets.
Right.
Well, and we did go last July, and we had gotten a really nice pallet. There was a lot of wonderful stuff on there. The only bad thing is you see that nice stuff on the outside, you don't know what's buried in the middle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did get, I'm not even going to lie, I got a nice wine cooler, and I thought, okay, my first thought was I'm keeping it. The second thought was we'll sell it. But then when we got to opening the box, it was smashed in the back a little bit, a lot. So it still works and it still runs and everything. Yeah. And now it's in my garage. But you know, you got to be careful of too what's in the middle of that. But I mean,
I think
honestly,
we-
for
I
the
think
most
we
part,
really
it was
chose
a
a good
great
one.
palette.
I
It was
think
a
we chose
really
a good
good
one.
palette. So I would
Yeah.
have to probably agree with you on that because the palette was
It was good.
It was
'cause
good. It did us good.
We
We
made quality
tripled.
money.
Yeah, we
We made
tripled.
quality money.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
Go ahead.
like
Go
for
ahead.
me, you know, I have did both. I have ordered, you know, online and had items shipped to the house, and you know, basically, to me, that's kind of like a you know, Russian roulette of reselling, because you really don't know what you get until it physically get to you. Whereas on the
Right.
other hand, if you go and see the item, at least you know at 70% or 60% of this stuff is good, and it's something that you can actually sell.
Right.
You know, so that's, you know, I take that anytime over just, you know, doing the order online and having it shipped to the house.
I think the most that I really with that, I agree with you, but I think the most we want to do with that, we'll go get the pallets. But when I go to these merchants online, I feel comfortable with getting their stuff like that more than I'm
Like a
getting
Walmart,
yeah, like a Walmart or whatever other little ones they got out there. I feel comfortable with doing that, you know.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood what Tanya was asking. Y'all there?
Yeah, we here. Yeah.
Okay, cause
You said
yeah,
because
so
you misunderstood. So I
yeah,
don't know.
because I thought she was saying, you know,
What's the
liquidation.
What does he like better?
What did you like better? Yeah, that's what she was saying. But I was
Okay.
me personally, I don't mind if I think that it's like, say I go to one of these distributors and they have quality toys, and I know they have quality toys for a nice price. I don't mind doing that. But my rush is wanting to go out there and find the best product for me and mine. You know, for
Okay, so yeah, I did misunderstood. So she was saying my preference over for liquidation over distributors.
right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did, because I'm thinking liquidation physical in your local area compared to liquidation wholesalers that you can buy from online. So I understand now. So yeah, I mean, you know, for going through a distributor online, I mean, my main purpose for using a distributor online is to find items that I can use to get ungated with Amazon. I mean, that's the sole purpose for it for me, because the thing is, once you get into crunching the numbers, it may be 10% of their inventory that you make and use to flip.
Right.
The rest of it, I mean, you just gonna break even, you know. So I don't want to break even. I want to be able to double my money or triple my money. But the advantage is for me is to go and order these items so that I can get the invoice and get ungated with Amazon. But if I had to determine which way I'm going to go to make a profit, so I can flip items, I'm going with the liquidation.
So let me ask you about this with Amazon and distributors and things like that. Have you ever had an issue where when you're out scanning and they want an invoice from the distributor, you get an invoice from the distributor and then Amazon doesn't want to accept it because it has another brand on there also? Have you ever had an issue like that or no?
Yeah, I have had an issue like that. Basically, how I fixed that issue is I just highlighted the item, because you know, it's sometimes when you send those invoices in, you got to remember that a human is looking at those invoices, and they could have been on a rush that day. They could have been having a bad day. I mean, it's a whole host of things that could have been going on. So I just do like they used to call the fax bomb. You know, you reject it, I hold it for a couple of days, I send it back. You reject it, I hold it for a couple of days, I send it back, and just keep repeating until they like it hit the right person, and they be like, okay, yeah, you know, and they just check off on it. I don't give up because I already paid for that invoice, so I'm just gonna keep flexing the system until I get approved.
And you've got like 180 days or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we could take that to the bank and put that in our back of our mind if that ever happens. So what I want to know is, how do it feel to sustain in this retail business? What is the best advice you can give even ourselves and others to maintain a strong foundation and maintain a great work ethic and hustle? What is your What is your secrets to that?
Well, I would say the first thing you want to do is if you're starting out in this business, you only want to spend the amount of money that you can afford if your business crash.
Right.
That you can afford to lose if your
Right.
business crash. So with that being said, is in order to sustain in this business, just say hypothetically, you start at this business off with $500.
Okay.
You want to keep flipping that $500, no matter how much the profit margin that you make with that $500. You're gonna keep flipping that $500 to the end of the year, and
Right.
then you're gonna look back at, okay, well, this is the real return on investment that I made on this $500.
Right.
Okay.
That's how you sustain, is keep flipping that money, create that the snowball effect to the point where your money go from a small snowball to a boulder, of money. And it can happen like that. But if you come in with $500 and you make a $1,500 profit, and then you're gonna take, $600 to spend on, your personal effects, you killing your business.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
And on top of that,
you got to stay.
Yeah.
And another thing too is you have to have a system that works for you. Everybody's system, you can't jump on a cookie cutter system. You have to work a system that works for you.
Right.
And when I say a system that works for you, is y'all may not prep and ship like I do, or I may not prep and ship like you all do. You have to do what works for you. What make you comfortable. As long as you're accomplishing the mission, you got to do what make you comfortable. That's why I say all the time, with this job, with this right here, this ain't work to me.
Right.
I love this. I can do this. I could do this at least 15 hours out of the day and be good.
Man.
Well, I mean, just think of the adrenaline rush. You buy something for $5 and you sell it for $50. Hello, who's not going to love that?
and as Devil Dog said something about shoes. Hey, I'm a shoe holic, and what we found in that shed we found, yeah, I told you it was sweet. We gonna show some of it. We got some out here to show it, and that was a blessing. So, what else you got over there for Buffalo Picker? Buffalo Picker, I could tell you this, man. I really am happy that you were able to bless us with your presence tonight, because your intellect and inside of this game is second to none. And
Right.
I really.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been with reselling for a little over 2 years, probably 2 years and about 3 months, something like that.
Right.
I mean, but I'm saying on these platforms, I've been reselling for a long time. I just never brought it up in a conversation because it was never asked. But I used to resell when I was in the military. That was like my side hustle, reselling. But I will say I got legit reselling, 2 years and 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago.
Okay, good.
Cool.
So we've been in it about
a year and a
half, almost 2 years.
Yeah. So
I think this coming Christmas, will this be our third Christmas on Amazon?
Yes, it will be our third Christmas. It'll be our third Q4. So yeah, man, it's I tell everybody that I try to enlighten on this right here. I try to tell them all. I'm like, man, y'all will enjoy this. Do you like shopping? Because if you like shopping, you will enjoy this and you will get some money.
So let me ask you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The crazy thing though is I never liked shopping. I never ever liked shopping. My wife can tell you that when we was in the dating scene in our relationship, I used to hate going to the mall and then these several stores. But to me, this is like a treasure hunt. I don't look at this like shopping. This is like I'm going out to find an item that I can maximize my money from. So to me, technically it is shopping, but in my mind, it's a treasure hunt.
Well, I feel that way too, man. I don't feel like I'll be stuck on the island like Gilligan either, because I go to so many stores and go to so many spots. I feel like I move around like a shark. I told Devil Dog today, I said, y'all the big whales, I'm just a shark. Me and mine are sharks. So we just trying to get where y'all at,
Right. Yeah.
McKenna wants to get on the train. She's a shopaholic.
Hey, McKenna, Hey, that's our niece right there. Hi,
So-
McKenna. Shout out. Just hey, go ahead and do it.
Let me ask you this. So like when you first started out, just so those people that are watching and they want to start out, did you ever get discouraged and think, I can't do this, or it's not working, or I didn't get enough of this week, or I didn't get enough inventory out? Where's the
Yeah,
check?
I mean, with eBay, I can't say I experienced that, but I did experience that with Amazon, because Amazon, they have a solid proof system to determine whether or not you want to be a serious reseller.
Right.
And when you go out in those stores as a beginner on Amazon and you constantly scanning stuff and it's telling you are restricted, you restricted, you get out there and scan 100 items, you get discouraged because you're like, well, what am I going to find to sell? So yeah, I went through that. But the thing is I wanted it so bad. I was so hungry to succeed with it. I didn't quit. If I didn't find nothing in that store and I scanned 60 items, I went to the next store.
Right.
So
when you told us about this platform, we was out of town going to a game together. Pittsburgh Steelers, go Steelers. We was out of town, we was out of town, and it was really our first interact face-to-face ever. Okay. And I already knew who you were in my head, even talking to you and everything. So when we was there, I was so intrigued by what you were saying, because the hustle was the hustle in my head. When you was putting that format and that platform down to us, when you was putting this down to us, it was like a light bulb that snapped in my head. Like, they really doing it like that on online shopping and all that type of stuff. And when you start breaking the numbers down to me every day and start telling me, go watch this guy over here, Bearded Picker here, RESALE here, this, that, and the third. I started getting into light with all these people and stuff. I said, dang, man, how true he was. And just to be in this business right here, it got to take some dedication. No matter what, you got to be dedicated.
I put a thumbnail up on Instagram and Facebook, and it said it was my logo up on the mountains along with the word limitless.
Yeah.
This business, people think that, okay, well, it's only a certain couple of ways you can make money in this business. There are so many different avenues that you can travel to make money in this business, and I haven't even touched all of them. Right. It is so many ways. I mean, y'all going to speak about one in a few about the storage sales. I mean, right. I haven't bought a storage yet, right. But I do know about them. It's just so many places that you can go to make money in this business. It's just like drop shipping. A lot of people don't understand drop shipping, but drop shipping, people are making plenty of money in drop shipping. I'm making a little money in drop shipping. Right. There's just so many avenues, to make money in this business.
There's money you made, you just gotta want it.
Right. That's why I put that up. Like, I'll say I'm pretty sure people won't understand this, but I wanted to go ahead and speak about it just in case, people see it, that this is limitless, man. You can, the sky's this, you can go beyond that.
You can touch it. Well, see, I'm gonna tell you something, Buffalo. It was today. I was just on Instagram doing, I found a little quote, just like you said, you put up there. I had to put this out there today to the world. I felt. I said, some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. And that triggered something to me even more. I said, I'm one of them people that's going to make it happen. So with this business, you can make anything happen. No matter what, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
You can have limited income and have better income if you put the hustle in. You put the hustle in, you can make this happen.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. So,
yeah.
You want to show some
show and tell yet? No, I don't want no show and tell yet. So let me see. It was something I wanted to ask about you going to get your pallets. If you go out of town, do you go get them yourself, or do you have them shipped to the house? And if you have them shipped to the house, do you think that cut into your profit margin?
Oh yeah, of course, because you're gonna pay for that shipping. I mean, it's a couple companies out there, and I can't recall which one right now, that if you're in a certain radius, they'll ship it to you for free. But
Okay.
on the most part, if I can go get it, I go get it to save on that shipping cost. Y'all froze, man. The screen froze.
Now?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's froze.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's moving slow, but it's still frozen. Yeah, so I guess I hope can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, say yes in the chat. I think Glass City is having some type of difficult with their internet. Can y'all hear me? Anybody? Hello? Got dropped.